All right, this is Reality Supreme Being on May 2nd, 2011. This is about Osama Bin Laden. He's dead now. Doesn't it seem a little strange and ironic that, just about my last recording showed everybody how to run for president. And I even showed the address, and I'm kind of criticized. Everybody suffers from criticism. It's like, criticize me for this, criticize me for that, say I need meds, that there's something wrong with me. Some guys made a comment going, hate to spoil your party. What party? I don't have no party. And you know what? Any criticism from now on, I'm not going to answer it. I don't give a hell about you people. Okay? And you know it. So don't expect any answer from me. And if you keep on sending stuff, I'll just block you. Okay? Do what I said when someone's calling you names. Just ignore me. Okay? Go on with your life. I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to people that are positive in their comments. They like what I'm doing. And the heck with the rest of you. And even if it's a minority that likes what I'm doing, fine. I'm sure it's a minority that liked what Osama Bin Laden was doing, which was violence and killing and death and destruction. But Americans do the same thing. 75% of your tax dollar goes to the military. So 75% of your taxes killed Osama Bin Laden. Now let me ask you something. So you killed him. You can't help but think it's orchestrated. It happened during the pre-election year after Obama Osama says he's running for president. Of course, running, wants to get reelected. And you got all these other presidential candidates. I mean, I do this every 4 years. I throw my name in, so I'm running too. So what? The point is that it's all a conspiracy. ABC, CBS, NBC, CNN. It doesn't matter whether I've run for mayor, for governor, for president. I don't get any equal time because the media is bought and paid for by the Bilderberg Group and the Trilateral Commission. This is the truth. You don't believe me? Punch in Bilderberg Group. You'll see. Just because you don't like what I say doesn't mean you have to send me some stupid, ignorant criticism. Because the criticism you're sending isn't going to do any good. It certainly isn't going to change my opinion. It certainly isn't going to change the way I talk. And it's not, besides, these people have done me 30 years worth of damages. And they've kept me here prisoner with my possessions. That's the only reason why I'm prisoner. I could have left at any time. I'm a prisoner in the United States of America because of my possessions. I have a right to work, pick up what I need, save it, nurture it, build with it, and your country kept me from doing anything. Every time I worked myself up to a certain spot, you destroyed my life and sent me back to square one. And you've done this 100 times. So that means you've murdered me too. So there's no way I like Americans at all. You're all ugly, you're evil, you're hypocritical, you're contradictory, and that's why you're not going to make it. That's why you got stressed. That's why you sit in rush hour traffic. That's why you have kids. That's why you're trying to paint yourself an American dream. Well, hey, the dream's over. The economy's not going to recover. And even if it does, it's going to slap you in the face later. But it doesn't matter. All right, so you killed Osama bin Laden. Whoop-de-doo. Did it bring back all those people to life at the 9/11 event? No, it did not. Did it? Okay? Well, how are you going to bring back all my cars and trucks and everything that I spent years and years storing stuff so I could move out of California and never see another Californian again? Where? You can't change that. The only difference between me and Osama bin Laden is you left me alive. And that's your mistake. Because what this country needs is not a president. We don't need a Congress. We need an absolute dictator. And that absolute dictator would be me. 7 years before 9/11, I sent a giant letter to the Clinton warehouse, to the White House warehouse. It is a warehouse. And told them pretty much well, what would you call the word? It was like in cryptic form. I told them how the 9/11 event was going to take place. I even knew the day, 9/11. Didn't know the year, but I haven't fully researched my situation with, that giant letter that was 13 feet long and 3 feet wide. So the point I'm making is, I know that a lot of you sit and watch me and I jump from subject to subject, but I have to do this because I can't explain to you 30 years worth of abuse by the United States of America and the state of California, the city of Los Angeles, and the county of Los Angeles. I cannot explain to you that kind of destruction. I can't possibly do that in 15 minutes, much less 2 hours. Did you ever see the movie Little Big Man with Dustin Hoffman? It was a long movie, and it showed the massacres of the Indian people, and it showed Dustin Hoffman going through all these stages throughout his whole life. At the beginning of the movie is a little old man sitting in a wheelchair. And at the end of the movie, it's the same little old man telling this reporter, because he's one of the last people, survivors of Custer's last stand. So anyway, the movie's real interesting, and you should rent it and look at it. How can a person, it's one thing to create your own abuses, to make decisions because you have to, because it's a frontier and it's rough and tumble. It's different when it's a society like this that says we're supposed to enjoy the freedoms and the works of our labor. We're supposed to enjoy the fruits of our labor, the benefits of everything we have labored for. And I haven't been able to do that because you people have destroyed my life. And whether you say you didn't or not directly, you did it indirectly. And you've destroyed other people's lives. And your parents destroyed people's lives. Hell, they were killing children in Vietnam, napalming them. I could go on and I could show you pictures of all the atrocities, secret, top secret pictures of what America really did during Vietnam, during Korea, during Noriega's fiasco thing in Central America at Panama. I can show you all kinds of photographs that makes WikiLeaks look like crap. Okay? Look like nothing. These people that you are allowing to run this country need to be kicked out. You need to form a revolution. You need to not pay taxes. You need to tell them to go to hell. And the sooner you do that, the sooner people like me, because I'm not the only one, can make steps to probably improve the country with logic, common sense, and with 100% success. These people that are running things are outright evil. And if you're going to sit and criticize me, then, like I said, I'm not going to answer your emails. I'm just going to block you. Do what one of my other tapes said. I said that sticks and stones should break my bones, but words should never hurt me, except for kids. Words can be damaging to kids. But when you're an adult, you should be old enough to be able to develop a little bit thickness of tortoiseshell, a psychological tortoiseshell, to be able to go, I don't want to listen to him. I don't want to listen to her. And go on to something else. I mean, when I tell you, I'm serious. I've lost 24 cars, 12 motorcycles, 3 speedboats, all my giant trucks, all over registration. Oh, and by the way, when they were registered, they still didn't want me parking them on the street. Jerk-off little people would call the city and say, we don't want that truck parked there. We don't want that. What gives them the right to think that all the streets belong to them? So there's a 3-day moving thing. You have to move it every 3 days. I did that. They wasted my life away because they couldn't find a more peaceful alternative to propose to me. Maybe even to help me get out of the country. Hell, I was supposed to leave in 2004, but the city shot me down, started shooting me down in 2002. I could go on with the story, but it's too long. And there are a lot of you that will say, well, the past is the past, you got to forget it and go on with your life. Hey, no, the past is not the past. When you do damage like the kind of damage you've done to me, you take my property using the law, using the color of law to take people's property over and over again. That's evil. That's beyond evil. So whether you killed, let's go back and talk about Obama, whether you killed him or not, is that going to bring everybody to life in the World Trade Center? No. is is a million I'm sorry's going to make up for all the years that I worked these hands so hard? Look at these hands. I worked hard all my life to collect, build, and do my own research projects. I don't have the freedom to do that? No, I have to have permission from the great city of Los Angeles and their lousy, stinking, bribe-taking inspectors. If anybody needs to be investigated, it's the LA DA's office, it's the Building and Safety, it's the Sheriff's Department, it's the LAPD, it's the damn federal government and the state government, the CHP. All of them need to be investigated. And if there's an evil in this world, you people are cranking the little generator, just cranking it out, making more evil in disguise. So, where do we go with this? Did I ever get a chance to have a decent relationship and bring up kids and watch them grow up? No. You people took that away from me too. You interfered in my life. You changed the course that I decided to take completely. And made me make decisions that have me staying in store, putting my stuff, what's little is left of my life, put it in storage to what? In hopes that maybe I can find a piece of property where I can live again. The last house I was in, the city attacked me, chopped the fences down, and somebody got onto the property and set fire to the house. I was there for almost 2 years. No one ever set fire to the house when my fences were up, but they chopped them down and left them down. And it's the LA Fire Department that did that, and they should have been prosecuted to the hilt. The brush and scrub unit, whatever the division of the LA Fire Department is, they're jerks. And they were working hand in hand with building and safety. The brush clearance unit, whoop-de-doo. Oh, they have the power to tow my trucks off my own property, to destroy my life. You know, cities were built for people to help each other out, not to take advantage of each other. And authorities have the duty and the ultimate absolute responsibility to do everything they can to HELP, jerk-offs, help citizens, not attack them and drag them into court over menial bullcrap, because that's what they did to me. Nope, not one of them ever knocked on the door and said, "Hey, Caesar, can we help you out? I know your yard looks all that, and we could come after you with all these building and safety things and violations, but you know what? We want to make this easy. Let's see if we can work something out." I would have been happy to. If they'd helped me at least be able to buy the house, so I could make payments to be an owner of property, I would have turned that house into a house that runs 100% off the heat of the sun as an experimental project to show people that it can be done. But anyway, no. And before that, they did other things to me. It's like the movie Little Big Man with Dustin Hoffman. I went through all these hoops, and I was forced to go in all these different directions. Every time I was on course and doing what I wanted to do, they came and they did it to me over and over again. Obama's not listening to this. He doesn't give a damn. And neither is anybody else. What you people need to do before it happens to you, and it will happen to you, is put them out of business. I mean, if you're not going to vote, vote for radicals into office. Heck with this. I'm wondering if even Osama Bin Laden maybe had seen my YouTube videos, because I hate America. As a presidential candidate, I will always say that all the way up to the election. Even if I won the election, being president isn't enough power. It's not enough authority. You have to argue with Congress. You have to jump through all these hoops, the same crap I've been going through. Why? You need a dictator. You need to scrap the Constitution. That's all bull crap. That's the biggest bunch of lies you'll ever meet. And have a new Constitution. You could have this Constitution continue to stay as an interim Constitution until, let's say in my plans, I could show you 100 times better Constitution than this one. Even though it's been updated, it doesn't matter. There's a lot of things that need to be clarified and delineated down to the bare brass tacks, the tiniest spots. Anyway, we're sitting almost at 14 minutes and 51 seconds. We're going to go off the air now, and hope to see you again soon.